Three, two, one. Spartacus, House of Ashur, episode 6, Empty Things. Empty Things. Okay, I have a list because Okay, so we got a quieter episode this week, which was expected after the absolute carnage from last week. So, Achillea, she's down for the count. I got very much vibes of when Spartacus and Crixus beat the big dude. Very much vibes of when Spartacus and Crixus beat Theocles, and in that time afterwards. So Ilia's recovering. The rest of the house is trying to determine the new champion, while they see the gods. I love that line. You know, they have to. It's being judged by the gods, like that sort of. There's so many great lines in this. I've got catty line of the episode. I wrote, "Let us choose less seasoned meat," but it was quickly beaten when Ashur is talking to the Ferox brothers, and he's like, "Scurry forth." I love these guys. They are every line is sinister and catty. I could watch 10 seasons of them just pissing people off and then skewering the rest. Genuinely, I think they are an absolute gem. It's just like that they really do get me. I wrote, no one's added a railing after all this time is insane on the side of the ludus, and then dot 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 2 seconds later, that's why. But why did we start this episode with a flashback to the probing? I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it last week, and I wasn't ready to relive it again. And I don't know if any of you guys follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, but Stephen the Knight has liked and retweeted, quoted like 4 or 5 of my tweets and posts about Spartacus now. So look, there's like a 0.001% chance that he's watching this. If you are, I'd happily get killed by the Ferox brothers next season. Just I'd do it for free. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because them guys, I love them. I think they're brilliant. I honestly do. I really liked this episode. Much quieter. We got a bit more behind the scenes. Not behind the scenes. A little bit more the sneakiness that we expect from Ashur, which has been kind of, he's been preoccupied and he hasn't really needed to. When Spartacus, when this episode really got me, when Ashur's talking to Doctore and he's like, "How is your relationship with the dude?" He's like, "Favorable." Fucking, I was dying. This episode has been like a really nice, almost like a bottle episode. We're mainly in the ludus. We don't really get out of it as too much, but we get these brilliant little moments and lines of dialogue which really do sum up everyone. When they ask Ashur, so I've got it here. Hang on. Duh. So, oh, I didn't write it down. When they ask Ashur to present himself, and then they're like, just so the woman's just like, no, just slowly pull himself back up. Oh, this brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I would make a terrible gladiator. I realized that very quickly from when I'm losing it with names. It's so early. When Dominus says, "Present yourself in more heroic fashion," I would have got myself killed. Just I like the fact that like out of the two dudes are just slowly sort of like, and then if you watch the dude on the far left, he's just cranking it. Oh fuck. And then we get the final. We down to the final two champions, or the two contenders, Calidus and Tarchon, and he says, "I shall reclaim the title from Achillea who stole it," and he's like, I shall I shall reclaim it and give it back as a gift." Was such a nice moment, and I really like the relationship they're building. It is something that the Spartacus series has always done, is been able to build relationships that don't feel forced. and you sort of, and I really appreciated that this episode is the building on that. Now, so Chorus and Opita, they when they meet, and I really love this line or these lines that really explain Ashur as a person. Like Chorus is a free man, technically, but it doesn't mean that Ashur's not gonna be up to something. And he's messed up Gladiators for not pleasing him in the past with the wine bottle. So it reminded me very much of when Barker went to get his freedom, and you knew straight away that it was too good to be true. Everyone was partying, everyone was happy, and we leave the episode with Chorus leaving the Ludus, all of the gladiators, as they give him one of these, and they're like, "Peace out, homie." And an Opita, when he was walking through his Ludus and his guys are messed up, and you can hear the Ferox brothers scurrying around. There's just they're so brilliant. They're so brilliantly written, and they're so mean. And I love that. I love how they are a force that everyone underestimates them and everyone seems to mock them. But these guys have got through this harsh, savage world with just brute force and savagery. And I'm here for every second of it. I think that is so brilliantly done, and it makes me more excited. I believe we've got after next week's episode, I believe we've got a week gap and then back to it. So I might do a review of the original series. I'm not 100% too sure yet, but we'll see. But the way this ended, which means that next week, the episode before the gap, we are going to get some real carnage, some real, because this was an amazing slowdown from last episode, but it's setting up and ramping up to next week, which is going to be, I got a feeling, heartbreaking and absolutely brilliant. I'm that's just my quick thoughts. That's just where I'm at. What I want to know is what you guys think. Did you like today's episode? Make sure you like, make sure you comment, subscribe, and that was really poorly done. If you weren't aware, I have my own books. This is The Recluse. I've got Azul Wounds behind me and another copy of The Recluse. You can find these on all places that sell books. And yeah, so I wrote these with my brain, and yeah, good 2 hour reads. They're short stories or novellas, and yeah, yeah, there you go. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until the next one, it's been fun chatting with you guys.